It's preparing. Hold on. Okay, I think we are live, but I need to hold on 1 second. Okay. Yep. All right. We're live on YouTube, guys. We're here to talk about MLB playoffs. Sorry for that slow start. First time going live in over a year on Coach's Call on TikTok and YouTube. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna discuss the ALDS and the NLDS today. What a wild card. I did not expect four sweeps. I am not gonna lie to you. I was a little shocked at the Diamondbacks sweep. I was a little shocked at the Rangers sweep, but hey, it is what it is. I want to talk about how you guys did betting during the wild card round. I know I did pretty well up until last night. Puff, how'd you do?
So I did pretty good. We were spot on with the Diamondbacks. I think they're the most slept team in baseball. Uh, we had that spot on. I remember saying Kevin Gausman was gonna sell Toronto. They got smoked game one. But game two, they cost me because I thought that they were gonna take it three at least, and I didn't know that the Twins really were like that. I still don't think they are like that. I think Toronto is just that bad. Um, Texas is probably the biggest surprise for me. I I thought Tampa Bay would have at least put up somewhat of a fight. Um, Texas, they look good. It's kind of scary for Baltimore knowing that they got to play this team coming up. Phillies, they met our expectations. We kind of hit that one right on the head. We knew that was going to happen. And then, but I think I hit them all. Yeah. So that was my expectations, and it pretty much all the games met my expectations.
Cool. Donnie, how'd you do?
I can't say that the Rays met my expectations. I thought they would at least get one of those two, and I bet them both times. So I definitely lost there. I did have the over on the Diamondbacks for the first game, and we nailed that one pretty hard. We all had the Twins. Then once the Phillies started rolling, I definitely took them on the over as well, and was able to make a little bit of the coin back because I think we all had Marlins last night. But once I saw that it looked like it was all Phillies, I jumped on the over. I got a little greedy and bet it again, which I shouldn't have. But yeah, I mean, the good thing is, like, if you see one of these games starting and they're all starting slow because the starting pitchers are doing very well, then third, fourth inning, that line will drop down to 4.5 or 5, and you can jump on the over, and it usually pops off, after the backups come in. I think the Phillies ended up with a grand slam that pushed that one over. And then the Rangers ended up doing kind of the same thing. They both hit the over very late. Overall, it was about a break even for baseball for me, just because I thought the Rays would get something done. And I actually had the Brewers to get one of the games, and they didn't get either. So, yeah, Diamondbacks look great. Rangers look great. But that said, man, it's going to be tough coming up because come Saturday, it's a whole new game. We start over. Yeah, it's going to be fun to watch though. That's for sure.
Yeah, I did really well on Tuesday. I won about 1.6K on Wednesday alone, or on Tuesday alone. I'm sorry. I turn around and I hit the same exact plays the same exact way on Wednesday for the day games, and I did well. I was up about $1,000 yesterday going into the Phillies game, and then I made a catastrophic mistake. I decided to roll all my profits into the Marlins money line. I hand up. It was an absolute shit wager. And what makes it so much worse is about 4 o'clock yesterday, I put into the Discord that the Phillies were a certified nuke job. I knew they were a nuke job, but part of me too is like, I understand how sports, like big sports, work. I know how the NFL and NBA works. They want more games on TV. I don't think the MLB is like that. The MLB is completely different. they don't give a shit. I really don't think they do. And my thought process was Marlins upset Phillies last night. Give us a game 3 to put something on TV today, and then we roll into Saturday. That was not the case. The Phillies absolutely rolled. The Phillies look good too, man. I mean, that offense looks electric. Philly is a crazy place at night for playoff baseball, man. I was watching that game last night. I couldn't help, even with my huge bet on the Marlins, it was dope watching that grand slam by Stott. It was fun to watch. So, all right, guys, we're going to kind of do the same thing that we did the other day. We're going to look at series prices, and then we're going to go ahead and look at game 1 odds for Saturday. So we'll start with the game 1 odds for Saturday. So first up at 1 o'clock, about a lunchtime game, we're going to have college football and Major League Baseball on all at the same time. There's going to be a lot of shit going on. So we have the Rangers traveling to Camden Yards, and I'm going to start with Puff. Puff, go ahead.
Okay, so for those of you who don't know, it might be your first time listening, but I am a huge Texas football fan, okay? And they play at 12 o'clock. But this is Baltimore's, time, man. And I may be in attendance down there at Camden Yards this Saturday because this game is going to be absolutely electric. The atmosphere at Camden Yards is probably one of the best atmospheres in sports. Before the game, the tailgate, everything. The Rangers looked so good, though, in their last series. So it scares me. But I'm going to bet Baltimore in this game. I think that they'll take game 1. I know Bautista's out. I know that there's going to be the bullpen could be shaky towards the end of the game. But I think they're so young and talented to where what do they have to lose? So they're gonna come out and they're gonna play. I think they cover 1.5. So I probably am gonna play the Orioles minus 1.5 for game 1 and then play it from there. I don't know though. We'll see. It's gonna be a good game.
Yeah, so Donnie, correct me if I'm wrong. So the wild card series is 3 games. If it needs 3, the AL and NLDS it goes to 5, right?
That's correct. That's
okay.
Correct.
So I mean, I'm with Puff. I think the Orioles are going to take game 1. But I think this will be a long series. So, but yeah, I like the Orioles as well. Donnie.
I think the Orioles probably take game 1. They've had some rest. They've actually, they're going to be able to throw their aces out there where, the Rangers are probably going to hold back a minute. That said, an interesting fact on all of these games. If you remember, we talked about all of the first games had a 7.5 run line. All of these games are 8 or 8.5. So they expect these games to ramp up the scoring a little bit. I love the over on the Rangers-Orioles. The Orioles have been scoring a ton of points all game, a lot of bases. They get a lot of hits. I think the Rangers coming in hot, man, hammer the over on this game.
All right, cool. So moving down south, we have the Twins heading to Texas to play the Astros. I think this series has sneaky good potential. I really do. I don't, and Puff said he doesn't think the Twins really belong. I don't know, man. They first playoff series win since 2002. Man, I think they got some momentum rolling into Houston. Houston's look okay this year, but I don't think they're anything like years past. So we have the Astros are favorited minus 150. The Twins are dogs. But man, I think it's going to be a good game. I think it's going to be a close game. I don't know what side to pick. Donnie, maybe you can help me.
I think Astros take this one. This is a game I like the under on, especially the first game. Houston's going to be able to throw aces. The Twins are coming in, having pretty much shut the Blue Jays down. I don't see these teams scoring a lot. I think it's a 4 or 5 point game, but I think the Astros are set up better to win this and win the series. That's just my opinion, but I think the Astros they've had some time to rest. They've been playing good ball.
Puff?
All right, hear me out. I said that the Twins don't belong to be here, but that momentum that they have right now is absolutely crazy. And I'd like them plus 1.5 in this game. I don't know what the juice is that you'd have to dome to be able to take that. But I absolutely love them plus 1.5 in this game. So if they don't win, I think they lose by one. Like Donnie said, though, I love the under in this game. They shut them down. Their defense is amazing. It reminded me of, like, Baltimore a little bit, the way they play. They don't mess up fielding. It's just they're smooth. They run everything smooth. But I think the Astros, I like the Twins plus 1.5, but Astros is gonna win the series.
All right, yeah, man, I think so. It's crazy because like a lot of times you like the Twins are one of those teams you don't want to buy. You want to go in, you want to win the wild card, you want to win it convincingly, and then go hit the Astros in the mouth in game one and keep it rolling. I think the Twins might take game one. I really do. I'm going to take the Twins to win game one. So that's what my bet is going to be for that game. All right, moving on. We're going to save the Phillies game for last. We have the Diamondbacks heading to LA to play the Dodgers. The Diamondbacks are plus 167 on the line. And then you have the Dodgers at minus 204. Is that too much, Puff? Is it too big?
Boys, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. We'll come back to this series later in the podcast. We'll come back to it. But this D-Bags team, I'm telling you, they find a way to win every single game. They find a way, no matter what. I really like the Diamondbacks in this game one. Like I said, momentum plays a big role in sports. I know it's the Dodgers. I know they play each other throughout the season. I don't care. I think the Diamondbacks win game one, hands down.
Okay. Donnie.
Yeah, I mean, this game and the Atlanta game both have the highest odds of any of the games out there. I'm not sure that I agree with Puff there. I think the Dodgers are going to come out and throw smoke. They have had a very good record versus the Diamondbacks this year. I don't remember what it is off the top of my head, but I want to say it. Hang on, I'll pull it up. I've got it over here. It looks like 8-5. But at home it was easily a bigger score. So I'm gonna take the Dodgers in this game. I do not like the juice. If I'm gonna play it, I'm probably gonna play the minus 1.5 and say they hope they get a 2 or 3 point game.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree. I think the Dodgers gonna take game one, but I mean I'm kind of on the fence though. Like I think the Diamondbacks can give the Dodgers all they can handle. I don't know sure. I don't think the Dodgers are just going to run through the Diamondbacks. Like I think it's going to be a good ass game. I think it's going to be a good series. Because Donnie, they're going to play 2 in LA and then go to Arizona, right?
That's correct.
Yeah. Arizona's really got to steal either game 1 or 2 here. We'll see. I'm not as confident about them carrying momentum like the Twins, but we'll see. We'll see. Next, we're going to go to what's probably going to be the series of this round of the playoffs. We have Phillies going to play the Braves, and man, I wish I could go down there and watch one of those games because it's going to be epic. It is going to be epic. I'm going to go ahead and start. I'm taking the Phillies game 1. I can't not do it. I think the Phillies can do it. I think I also love the over here. I think Atlanta could hit the over by themselves. And the way the Phillies offense is going right now, I think they can also hit the over by themselves. I think we get a nice 8-6 type game here, and we get a lot of runs. But give me the Phillies because they didn't just win last night. They beat the shit out of the Marlins last night. My Bovada account is telling me that too. So give me the Phillies to take game 1. Donnie, what you think?
I don't know about taking game 1. They're going to throw Strider out there. The Phillies are probably going to throw. Who knows who they're going to throw? I mean, you still got a couple of days before they actually make that. If I'm not mistaken, this year the Braves have held the advantage. That said, this Phillies playoff team just feels different, man. If you haven't seen the game, it is fun to watch. They all come out with the Cleveland Indians, big cojones every time they get a hit. I mean, they're fun to watch. I mean, you see Bryce Harper rounding third and his coach is like, stop. He's like, no, this is the playoffs, man. I'm going. And he went. The thing that I saw about the Phillies game, and I watched all the games this week, the Phillies are playing aggressive. Everybody else was playing safe. So last night we saw it in Miami a lot. Yelich had a chance where he could run and try to get home, and he just stops. I mean, he was just kind of, he very cautious. And I'm like, man, what are you doing? Like, you gotta go. Like, this is your chance. This is it. And even there was another spot. There were 2 outs and a hit. And I mean, the guy's like stuttering, and I'm like, there's 2 outs, man. You got to be running on contact. So I think the Phillies I don't know that they win game 1, but man, I know, I think I picked the Braves early. So we'll go on and move on to the predictions. I don't see them winning a game in Philadelphia, and I see Philadelphia stealing 1 or 2 from Atlanta.
Puff
for the series.
Give me the Phils, baby. Let's go. It's probably gonna be Rangers Suarez pitching, I would assume. I want to say it'll be Rangers Suarez.
It is.
Not
Yeah.
100%.
Have they said
okay.
it yet? Okay.
Yeah, it's Suarez.
All right. So that means that this game's definitely going to soar over. So I'm gonna ladder the over on this game, probably up to 13, to be honest. I'm going to put probably about 4 or 5 units on the over, which is a pretty big bet for me, because normally I do like 1 to 2 for everything, but I'll probably throw a decent amount on this. And then I'll go 1 and then half 0.25, like on the way up. I'll probably throw something on the Phillies plus 1.5, because that value is going to be there, and I'll take that. That's insane value for a team that's playing really good baseball right now. I know Strider's going to be pitching, and it's going to be a good game. But yeah, give me the Phils and give me the over.
Cool.
The other thing to note is the Braves bullpen is coming in a little banged up. So if they can get past Strider, man, they can make they can get in that bullpen deep and hurt them. So
yeah, I agree. Yeah,
that's going to be the big kicker. They got to get past Strider.
The Braves, honestly, that's probably what's going to kill the Braves in these playoffs. If teams get into that bullpen, they're really not looking very good.
Yep.
So, All right, let's move on to series prices. We covered all the games. Now who's taking the series, boys? So we got the Orioles and Rangers. On my book, I've got the Orioles minus 120, and the Rangers are even. This is the closest series on the book. So this one might go 5. This one might go 5. So Donnie, which one you got?
I got the Orioles on this one. I think overall they are just the more explosive offense. Now the Rangers look great playing the Rays, but the Orioles I think are a better offensive team than the Rays. So the Rays look conservative. They look scared. They look like they were trying to play safe baseball, and then they made a ton of errors. They had 4 errors in the first game, and they had not had 4 games in a game this year. So, 4 errors is awful for playoffs. You can't do that. You're going to lose. So I like the Orioles in this series, especially at that line. It's one of the better bets.
Huff.
Man, I remember the last baseball podcast we did, I said Astros versus Phillies in the final. But man, this Rangers team looks so good. Like, I'm not even trying to meet ride right now. I genuinely think the Rangers and Phillies are the 2 best teams in baseball right now, and it'd be hard for me to fade them. As much as I love the Orioles, I'm going to be down there Saturday, and I'm probably going to bet them. I really think the Rangers win this series, as much as it pains me to say that. All feelings to the side, we're talking about money. I'm probably going to bet the Rangers to win this series.
Cool. Yeah, dude, this one's tough. It really is. I mean, I think the Rangers, they're going to have to steal like game 1. I mean, it's like they're going to have to win Saturday, I think, to really make this a series. But I'm just going to go with the Orioles to win this one. I got to go with the Orioles.
Also, Tristan, I was down there. I was down there for a Friday night game when the Rangers played them, right, in the regular season. I remember the score. I remember leaving at the seventh. It's like the seventh inning. The Rangers, they beat them like 15 to like 2. And like that just is like stuck in my head. And I'm like, holy shit, man. Now they got to play them in playoffs. So
Yeah,
it's like it scares me to death. I'm like, damn, O's are fucked.
I got you. All right. So the Astros and Twins series, you have the Astros at minus 165 and the Twins at plus 135. And I am not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna do it. I'm I don't think I'm on the Twins. I think the Twins take this series. I think it's a long series, 4 or 5 games. I don't think you win your first playoff series by accident. I think you keep that momentum rolling and then you try and push it as far and as long as you can. And so give me the Twins to upset the Astros. So Donnie.
I actually do like the Astros. I will not bet this series because I think the Twins can sneak up and get them. And that line is just 160 is just too much for me to put on a series. I think the Twins are sneaky. And maybe they have that destiny in them, but yeah, I won't be betting it. But if I had to, I'd pick the Astros.
What you think, Puff?
Hey, Tristan,
Yeah.
like that one video I post in the Discord all the time. What do you say? Bring me my money. Hey, the Astros in this series legitimately might be a nuke. There's no way. I don't see them having a chance of losing to the Twins in the series. I think this Astros team is going to make the final. They're going to play the Rangers next round. I think that it's going to be a great series. It's going to be the Texas rivalry that everybody wants to see. So I'm going to take the Astros. I'm going to lay the juice on this. I might lay a little bit more than the juice on this and put a decent amount on that. It's just hard for me to see the Twins are probably going to take probably 1-2 games, but it's hard for me to see them winning the series, to be honest.
I didn't even think about that pinpoint that you're talking about. Texas versus Texas in the final. Yeah, that does sound pretty cool. So Dodgers and Diamondbacks, definitely the juiciest series. Books looking like this might be a 3-game right here and be 3 and done. Dodgers minus 225 on the series line, and then the Diamondbacks are plus 185. I'm gonna keep this one sweet, short and sweet. Give me the Dodgers to win this series. Puff.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna pull up right now the series market, and I want to see what the series spread looks like. So if you want to go to Donnie and then come back to me real quick.
Okay, Donnie.
Yeah, I mean, the series spread, I don't even see it. I mean, divisional round is just got for me. What's the spread?
Plus 1.5. Diamondbacks minus 124, Dodgers plus 102.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I think this could be a sweep. I think Diamondbacks are playing good, but the Dodgers are just built a little better for them. So I would hate to bet it, but if I had to, I would probably take the Dodgers. It's just too juicy.
Yeah. Puff, which one are you going with?
Man, give me I'm gonna take the D-bags plus 1.5 series spread. I love that. I said it before. I wouldn't be surprised if they win this series. They're pitching, they're young, they play baseball. They're good. And the Dodgers, this isn't the same Dodgers team that we see every single year. They're kind of like the Ohio State in football this year. I think that they could slip up and overlook the Diamondbacks, and they lose one of these games in the first 2. I would not be surprised to see the Diamondbacks win this series.
Well, there are certain teams that like midsummer started to struggle, that started hot. The Dodgers are one of them, and
yes.
The Braves are also another one. They were still playing good offense, but I think they're toward the end of the regular season, like they were losing the games that they never should have been losing. They were in close games they never should have been in. The Phillies, I think midsummer, if I remember right, we didn't think they were even going to make the playoffs this year. Then they got hot, and then they came rolling in. So the Phillies and Braves line, for the series, minus 168 for the Braves, plus 140 for the Phillies. I'm going to be on the Phillies. I think the Phillies can take the Braves the distance. And I think we're going to see one of those back and forth series where Phillies take one, Braves take one, Phillies take one. And I think if this one goes 5, it's going to be one that we all remember. Donnie?
Yeah. If you want my underdog pick, here it is. Take the Phillies at plus 700 to win it all. I think Phillies playoff baseball is just different. Mm-hmm. They are playing a much different form of baseball than everybody else is. They are hungry. And you got to remember, most of these guys aren't inexperienced in world championships. I mean, you've got 3 or 4 players that I know of that were on the Nationals winning championship team, a few years ago. So it's not like they don't have the experience, and they played very good ball last year in the playoffs. So I think the Phillies take it all. I'd said it was going to be the Braves, but man, after watching the Phillies, I think they want it more than anybody else. So I actually threw a little something on the Phillies' future, and we'll see what happens.
I like it. Puff?
We got them 14-1 before the playoffs. So we pull out the Delco action. Get greasy as fucking. Let's get the cheesesteaks rolling there, boys. Let's go. Hey, this Phillies team, man, I'm telling you, they do not mess around. This is literally a national championship team, all just playing for the Phillies right now. This team is legit. They have the pitchers. We talked about on the previous podcast. They have the pitchers to make the run as long as Kimbrel and their closers do not get in their own way. That's the only way I could see them messing up. They got the bats. They can score the runs. It's just their pitchers, their closer, their relief, and their closers. They got the starting pitchers to do it. They can easily make a run. And I think the Braves right now, I don't believe in them at all. I do not believe in them one bit. They don't have the bullpen to stay consistent to make the run through playoffs. So if we're looking at bullpen to bullpen, the Phillies got the better bullpen. We're looking at the bats to bats. Phillies got the better bats. They can score more runs. So I will take the Phillies to win this series all day. And like I said, we got them to win the World Series. If you guys tailed it, we got them to win the World Series for, I think, 200 to win 2,800. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. Talking about it here is kind of making me want to go place a futures bet when we get off here. That's kind of what I did for the last year for the NBA playoffs with the Lakers. I mean, give me a reason to watch. So, boys, you got anything else? I think that covers the divisional round.
No.
Nope. That's it. That's it, buddy.
Don't forget to join Discord at Coach's Call. Follow us on social media. I mean, this Discord, man, we be making some money on all the time on whether it's tennis, baseball, boxing, MMA, all that, football. It's always a good time in there. We got some good people in there. Make sure you join. It's always a good time.
Yep.
Agreed.
Yeah, we've been doing really well since about last Thursday, so it's really a nice time to get in there and start tailing some plays, start contributing. So yeah, if you go to our TikTok, which is Coaches Call 0 on TikTok, there's a link in the bio, and you just tap it, and it will let you join pretty easily. So if you tuned in live, we appreciate you for tuning in live and watching. If you watch it, this will be posted afterward as a playback video. So if you watch it, like it, comment, tell us who you think is going to win the World Series, and we'll catch